guys doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Meet my family. This is my family here. This is the Marco Marco gang. And please treat them nicely, have a good time, and give it up to my drag daughter who's going to MC the rest of the night. Give it up to Rhea Litre, everybody. She's got this party on fleek. Do people still say on fleek, dear?
You do.
Okay, never mind.
How y'all feeling, RuPaul's DragCon? Now please make some noise for our gorgeous models. This is Dexter, William, Murray, David, Josh, Devin, Detox. Whoa, hold on right now. Kiki, Eden, Steven, Brendan, Manilla Luzon. Here we go.
Come on, Dexter.
Stomp the runway, Dexter. Ooh, love your body, love your body.
If I'm using all of my capabilities, be successful in what it's like the
That got over 100 million hits. William bringing out the sweater in the heat.
Everybody say hi to Toto.
To be successful in what it's like.
Jason Wimberly is going to be pissed. We got David. Us at Marco Marco, we like to have a party, so the more energy you give us, the more energy they give you. You can also get those leggings at the Marco Marco booth. Give it up for Bradley from New York City! Eden, the doll. Uh-oh. Give it to him, Eden. Elena. This is her first time walking in a Marco Marco show. Ejaculation. You gotta walk, bitch. You better pound those. Pound those pounds. We got another first timer in the house. Brendan. Serve. Face. Give it to the children. And by that I mean yourself. Work, B. And the legendary Manilla Luzon. Oh, how I missed that walk. and the legendary mother of the House of Extravaganza Los Angeles, Kiki Extravaganza. She's always happy to see you. And our exclusive Marco Marcos spokesmodel, Murray Swanby. You can get these at the Marco Marco booth, these exact same leggings for 3/4 length running biking king. Now please make some noise for everyone's favorite mistake. Detox! Available at the clinic.
Hello, my beautiful sister.
Shut.
My little sister, Rhea Litre.
This is a total family event for us. We are all very close friends. People always ask, how can I audition? How can I audition? I'm like, meet Marco. Find him, send him an email. If you see him at a party, we do a lot of appearances together. And that's really how you get into the show. Oh, yeah, and then you have to suck Chanel's dick.
Huge.
So should we do a Q&A?
Yeah, let's do a Q&A, but before we do that, I think we want to do another little runway performance, but maybe with some of you guys. Does that sound like something you guys would think would be fun?
How many people in the audience have wanted or wished to be in a Marco runway show or to wear his clothes?
Let's see. Let me see. Why don't you guys stand up? I'll just
Stand up, it'll be easier.
do a quick little thing. I'm just gonna go.
She is ready, girl. She
She
is
stood up with
ready.
power right there. I'm gonna give it to that little red right here. Little red over there. Come on, lady.
If
Come on,
Marco
don't be
points his
scared,
skinny,
don't be
scrawny
scared.
finger at you, come up here.
And then they're gonna go get. Yes, God.
Hell yeah, in the gray tank. Bring
Yes,
that over
God in
here.
the great tank. Yes, God in the great tank, bitch.
I'll be dressing him.
look
I'll be
fierce,
dressing him.
Oh my God. Show is over. Panel's done.
All right, I'm gonna get them started.
Marco's gonna dress the models, and we're gonna do a little Q&A. So if anybody has questions, just go ahead and raise your hand and let us know who the question is for, and we got an answer. Let's start with the drag coven. I'm sure they have a question.
Here she
we go.
goes.
What's the best part about getting to walk in the Marco Marco runway show?
Sucking Marco's dick.
I knew you were going to say that.
No, that's not my favorite part. Detox, what's your favorite part about walking in the Marco show?
Honestly, just hanging out with my friend. Anytime that we get together, it's always a lot of fun. And this last trip that we had in Miami was, it was really fun because it was Miami, and it was the first time that we had done it there, and it was Pride, and it was so much fun. And I'm still hungover from that trip.
Literally.
So anytime that I get to be asked to do it, it's very appreciative, and I love it because these are my family, you know what I mean?
And it's just great every year. You know, we know that there's gonna be this 1 week where we all get together and act like assholes in front of everybody.
What's our excuse the other weeks? My
Drag
favorite
and
part
alcohol
is to
abuse.
actually see all my friends like Dee and all my drag race friends that are always out of town that I never get to see, and we get to get ready together. That's my favorite part. Is and backstage we all sit down, like there's circular tables, and
Circle
we're all
jerks.
like sitting around and looking at each other and talking and vibing, and we spend about like 3 to 4 hours getting ready just because we do it slowly and we stop and like we'll have a cigarette over here.
And we
we'll
got a
have
lot of stuff to
cocktail and
cover
get
on our
ready.
faces. Yeah. There's a lot, like we gotta shave our beards and all that stuff. Make sure we speak for yourself. Or reapply
Some
your
of us have to
lipstick.
shave our beards. Some of us choose not to. Nobody on here though. Nobody here.
My thing I love about the Marco show is actually watching Marco work. It's really cool because he literally waits to the very last minute, and like days before, like while he's doing like modeling casting, still he's switching switching who's in the show and redoing other outfits and underwear and any excuse to put his like to do a fitting on some hot guy's crotch, you know, pretty much like, oh, should you be in my show? I think you should be in my show. Marco, then you have to make an entire another outfit. He's like, it's fine. It's tomorrow. He's like, okay. It's so cool to see him work so fast and so creatively, and it's really fun to just be a part of that.
Yeah, that's a fun part for me too, because the reason I wait so long is because Chanel and I spend weeks trying to put the show together, and we never really know who's going to be in it. So a lot of times I'm like, I know this bitch is going to be there. I'm going to make her outfit first. But if someone isn't going to be there, then I usually don't get to see them until like they fly in 2 days before the show. Like that's what happened with Brendan, and we literally. I met him the night before the show, and we just sat in my studio for 3 hours and figured out exactly what he was going to wear.
Like,
I did pretty good.
You had to
I did really good on that one.
Shoot, Marco, that's my prom outfit.
I know what Marco's favorite part is usually, and why he actually waits till the last minute, because at the beginning of every Runway, when everybody's lined up, he's on his knees in the back of a go-go boy, sewing a jock strap and some like a glitter panel on the back.
I don't know what all this talk is. I am a very,
It's
very
the truth,
nice
boo.
person.
It's the truth.
It's the truth, girl. The truth hurts, bitch.
Any other questions from the audience?
Hello, my name is Louis. I'm from Redlands.
Hi, Louis.
I have a question for Marco. I was wondering if I could ever work for you.
Oh! That's not a question. That's a proposal. You know how to get in touch with Chanel. She will make the arrangements if we decide that it's worth it.
Chanel at Ben Talent.
All right, thank you.
It's that shut up, Chanel. No.
Let's look at this drag cover right here. Look at these two little ladies. Stand up.
Oh, these drag coming bitches. Don't be afraid, y'all. If you have a question, get up behind that microphone. Good.
Make a line, come on.
Please state your name and where you're from.
Derek from Walnut, California. Like 40 minutes away. Anyways, for Marco, where do you find
Lazy,
your
sit down. No, I'm kidding.
Where do you find your inspiration, and do you have any muses for your looks?
Muses? These are my muses. I don't make the pieces until I see them, until I know they're in the show. So they're my inspiration. The show's like an homage to my friends. It's how do I try and make my version of as badass as I think that they are.
Hi, name and where you're from.
My name is Anthony. I'm born in Oakland, stay in Orange County.
Hi,
In the world of so many different types of underwear out there, how do you separate yourselves from everybody else and make yourself different?
I don't know. I mean, I just try and make some crazy looking underwear.
I think it's staying ahead of the curve. I mean, you can see all of the material and all of the prints are all custom. They're all custom made. Marco creates them all. And you know, it's kind of hard to like keep it going when everyone starts stealing your shit and they just keep replicating what you got to do. So Marco's is always working really hard to create new prints and new ideas to make the underwear fresh and new and something that you want to wear that for people to see. Like we have the essential line that is just like the solid colors, but like the show pieces and the really cool prints, like that's what everybody wants to be in. They're kind of, you know, go-go underwear.
And Chanel will be sending my resume as well.
Oh, competition.
Hi, I'm Amari from Orange County. So my question for you, Marco, is with like the two prior questions, where do you find your what's your creative process? Where do you find your inspiration from aside from your beautiful muses?
A lot of times it's like music. You know, I'll always have like an extra folder on my Spotify where I'm throwing songs in that I think are like the bad bitch songs.
Yeah.
You know, and then you know, I'll start to put a story together, and it really does. Honestly, I'll come up with some, you know, situation that gives me a visual reference, but it really is clothing made for the models. You know what I mean? You're not gonna see these clothes in the stores. You know, the underwear you are, and that's partially why we do this show. But the queens, it's, you know, I'm representing them. So that's it. If I think you're bad, then I'm gonna make, it's like I didn't make this for Detox.
What, you didn't make this one for Detox? You didn't make this for Rhea either.
But I'm wearing it, bitch.
Just saying.
The library is open.
We all share. We all share. I'm wearing Detox's cat suit from the second collection tomorrow.
I have a question, Margot. Why don't you tell them how like this all came about? Our whole LA Fashion Week, like how Marco Show came about.
This started whatever it was 3 or 4 years ago. We had been asked to do a fashion show for like an AIDS benefit, and I did not want to do a fashion show. I really have no interest in like the fashion as like a commercial market. It makes me sad. So I did it because it was a fundraiser, and it was probably 6 or 7 days before the show, and I was just really depressed about it because I thought the clothes were lifeless, and wasn't really just feeling it at all. And all I could really think about was going to the Abbey on Monday nights and seeing Vicky Vox do the laughing track. And it just always made me laugh so hard, and I was like, I should, watching her go out there and flip everyone off, I was like, that's what I want to do with this fashion show. But at the same time, I couldn't have Vicky Vox come out and do a little number and then have a bunch of svelte 19-year-old Russian girls walk out after her. I didn't want to make a spectacle of her. It was more about like exalting the performance. And the only way to follow that up was with like 20 of the other fiercest bitches I know in town.
Because you have all these designers and they have all their like really like their 19-year-old models, right? And they're all like really serious like clothing, like
it's like
things
brown.
Things that things that a person that doesn't come to DragCon would wear, and everyone's like. And we all come in, like, all these naked men and drag queens, and everyone
Raj has got
really
like a blunt in her wig.
Everyone got really excited, and they were like, "This is gonna be a really fun show." It was
really fun. That first show was a lot of fun because it was so hectic, and I think that's what makes it fun is we never know what's happening, and because you never know what's happening.
There was even like a
usually
model that wasn't even
happens.
supposed to be in the show that got on the runway and just put on some Marco
just
underwear.
walked up in the
Oh,
underwear.
what about the time that we got crashed in New York though? Oh my God, the Miss Fame moment. I was.
She was pissed.
I was like, you're an idiot.
She takes it really seriously. She's like, everyone.
I get really serious
Detox tells
about it.
everyone before the show, no smiles.
I'm like, it's not about you.
No
It's not the
smiles.
Alyssa Edwards
If I
hour.
see-
It's the
if I
Marco
see a
Marco
peace
fashion
sign-
show. I don't want to see any of your personalities. I want you to be walking clothes hangers, but go out there and look fierce. And they go out there and they're like, clack, 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 clack. I'm like, bitch, I don't want to see you do a death drop at the end of the runway. It's a fashion show. Take fashion very seriously. Do my Rhea.
I will kill you. I will kill you.
I'll do my Rhea at my booth, which is 442, the Detox Experience.
Any other questions from the audience?
Hey, I'm CJ from Orlando. My question's actually for Brendan. Brendan, right?
Oh,
I'm so
shoot,
sorry.
yeah.
No, oh, shoot.
Yeah.
You mentioned prom, and I started high school a decade ago. A lot of other people even longer than that. High school sucked for me, and probably for a lot of other people. How do you navigate it, and what's your high school experience like?
I mean, I think everyone's high school experience is a little different from other people. I mean, I personally go to a private school, so.
Rich.
Must be nice. Must be nice.
But anyways, I have a really good family. I have really good friends I'm so happy to have. And no, I'm serious. Like, if I'm ever feeling down or if some stupid person tries to come for me, those are the people who will just lift my spirits up.
Yes, girl.
I'm serious, though. Like.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Laura. I'm from San Diego County.
That's where I'm from. Whoop, whoop, SD.
I had a question for basically anybody. So what I love about Marco is that it's for all different body types, like anybody. It's designed for them. So what are you guys' opinions on designers that design clothing and only want certain body types to wear their clothes?
Is it okay if I answer this
Go on
question?
ahead, girl. Go on and take this girl. Give it up for the thick girl.
So, honest to God, I had never done one runway a day in my life before this show. Marco asked me to be in the show about over a year ago, but just with timing and everything, it didn't really work out. But this year, Chanel just hit me up on Facebook And she said, Dexter, we need you in the show. And I was like, of course, I'm there. It's no problem. For me specifically, as a bigger plus size male, up until recently, like the past few months, there has been nothing to like inspire, like go off of, like that doesn't exist. It's not there. So like when Marco asked me to do the fashion show, like I will tell you right now, Rhea was actually right there patting the nervous ass sweat off my face before I went on the runway. I was like dripping. My hair was like starting to curl back up and everything. And I was like, what the fuck is gonna happen? I'm gonna fall on my ass in these heels. And then Marco just
I told you, just live.
Exactly.
Live.
Exactly. And then Marco
She
pulled me
lived.
aside. Marco pulled me aside and he was like, just go out there and do you. And the room, the entire room at Fashion Week erupted the second I stepped out. And I cannot tell you how much overwhelming love and support that I received just in that moment. And so like for Marco to embrace every single body type, every single gender, every single sexuality from across the board, it's absolutely an honor and beautiful, and it needs to happen so much more. And I just can't be more grateful to this guy and right here. And it's just, it just needs to happen. It needs to happen.
Next question.
So one of my favorite things about it is that when you guys go to LA, it's like a very LA show, and if you go to New York, it's a very New York show, and like now you're going to Miami. What other places in the world do you imagine Marco shows?
Bitch, we want to go
Everywhere.
Everywhere. But
Anyway,
we I
bitches.
forgot to say though that we're in Mexico City in June for Mexico City Pride, and we're doing a men's mini fashion show.
Ooh, ropa me culo.
Yeah, I'm Rhea Litre and Will.
Hi, Papi.
He's going to be spicy.
Yes, that for skin.
All right, so Ray, you want to introduce these kids? Can we get some more music, mister? Oh, one more question, sure. Is that a
Then we
question?
gotta do the show and go.
One more time, yeah.
Hi, my name. Oh, hello.
There we go.
There you go. Hi, my name is Yubi. I'm originally from Miami, but I go to school in Ohio.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Since I'm graduating with my bachelor's in a week, I wanted to ask Marco this. What was your beginnings? When did you start sewing? Did you go to school? Like, what did you do?
I'll do this as fast as I can. I went to college. I studied costume design. I got out of school. The only thing I really knew how to do was make a dress in like 30 minutes. I couldn't get a job anywhere, so I started touting myself around to parties and selling dresses that I would make you in 30 minutes. And then I met one of the ladies I made a dress for, worked for American Idol. She got me a job as a stylist, and that is how I started making costumes and started making working with musicians. That is basically the start. Chris and I started the company back then. Chris went on the road with the Black Eyed Peas for about 7 years. He helped me get in with Fergie and like get some clothes going with that. Meanwhile, I stayed here and ran a little boutique. And that's basically how we got started. You know, we've just been like making clothes ever since.
Wait, Marco, you left out the part. You left out the part where you styled and costumed for RuPaul's Drag Race.
That's true. I worked on
And
RuPaul's
met
Drag Race
some
for
of the
7
fiercest
years.
drag queens ever.
And that's where I met all of these hoes.
All right, so but before we do that, can we have some music, DJ?
Yes, girl.
And let's pump it louder. And also, I want to do an energy check with everybody. On the count of 3, I want everyone to scream and give me some love. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you
Keep
guys
that
so
going through
much.
the show. Now this is Marco Show DragCon. Let's bring these bitches out.
Come on, ladies.
All right, this is the first fashion show for probably a lot of you bitches. So let's go and let's give these bitches some love. Because to walk for you bitches, it takes some nerve. Show some love for all these lovely models. Right. Walk, walk, walk. Come on here. Dan. Yes. Give it up for Detox's niece.
Yes! That's my niece, Ellie! Oh my God! Go, Walker! Oh my
Remember,
God.
don't smile. Don't smile.
Work, Ellie!
She got heels on, mama.
Oh.
That was amazing. Thank you so much.
Work, Ellie!
Thank you guys so much for coming out to MARCOMARCOSHOW.com. Now make some noise for yourself. We are at booth number 614, and you can get a lot of our underwear. We have some custom pieces for Queens 2 that we did make specifically for DragCon. My name is Rhea Litre, your host. Please make some noise for Marco.
Thank you guys. I love you.
And our awesome
Come
panel.
visit me downstairs.
Peace out.